Hello, good morning. Heather from Heather's Info Crochet here. Welcome to day 5 of our 100-day countdown to Halloween, where we crochet something spooky every day for the 100 days of Halloween. Today we have another free pattern from my saved Instagram list. Today this one is by Eek and Easel.c, it looks like, I believe, is that? Yes. Easel.c, free Halloween cookie pillow. So there are 3 different sizes. You can do one that increases to 36, one that increases to 48, or one that increases to 78. I think I'm just going to do the small one today, the increase to 36. That way I don't use up a whole bunch of my white yarn, and will save us some time today on our make. I am going to my mom's this morning for coffee, so I not on a huge time crunch, but I can't be sitting here all day making this pillow, so I am going to make the small one. Today is Sunday, October 26th. We got to find the 26th on our Haunted House Advent calendar here. Oh, right there. It is on top of this little ghost right here. And let's see. Oh, what is that guy? He looks like a zombie Frankenstein or something like that right here. He's got like a finger sandwich or something. That's kind of cool. I like it. Our joke today is looks like a zombie. What is a zombie's favorite dessert? Lady fingers. That's why he was eating a finger. A lady finger, if you don't know, is like a long, skinny cookie type thing. That's cute. I like that picture. I like the artistry on that whole advent calendar. It's really kind of vintagey and really cute. For Grimm, let's see what we have for Grimm. Okay, Grimm, we're halfway through episode 17 of season 5. So, slowly but surely working through these. So for this pattern, you do have to cut out felt to make the shapes on these pillows. I did look at some images that I could use on the Cricut Design Space like over a week ago, because I thought I was going to make this then. So I think I do have a couple images saved in my Cricut Design Space that I am going to use to cut out the shapes. Looks like they may have freehanded theirs. I'm going to use the Cricut. I just got to make sure I have the right yarn, the right felt. I know I have black. I'm not sure if I have purple or orange, because I kind of want to do the ghost one. I want to do the ghost design. If I don't have those colors, because I want to do those colors. If I don't, then I'll do the black cat. I really want to do the ghost one, though. Okay, so I'm obviously using white for the base and Bernat baby blanket in white. I think this is just white. Yes, it's just white. The pattern says to start with 6 in the magic ring. I'm going to do 8. Because as I've talked about before and have shown you, my 6 is always cone, so I like to do 8 or 12. So I'm going to do 8 today in my magic ring to reduce the coning. And, leg hurts. Alrighty guys, we are going to get going on watching some Grimm and making our cute little Halloween cookie pillow. It's coning, so I'm going to do the 12 in the magic rig. Okay, so this is the 36 increase for the small pillow. that's tiny. So I'm gonna go ahead and increase out to the medium size, which is 48 in the round, which is only 2 more rows. So we're gonna make the medium one instead. that's way too small. Okay, so continuing to the medium size here. Alrighty, here is the medium size, about palm size. I'm pretty happy with that size, I think. So that's 48 increases, or increased out to 48. And then we are supposed to skip down to round 14, which is back loop, single crochet around. So you make like the edge of the pillow here with 3 rounds. And then you fasten off, and then you make another piece, and sew those 2 pieces together. So, on we go. Okay, so I've got the cookie and the edge of the cookie done here. So I think I've decided, instead of making a second panel and then sewing them together, I'm just going to continue do the next row in the back loops and then decrease. That way I don't have to sew the second panel to it. It's just going to be easier to make it all in one. So I am going to modify this a bit to make it no-sew, which should not change the way this cookie looks. So, just going to decrease to the middle and stuff as I go. Okay, so the base of the cookie is all done. No-sew. Made it all no-sew. It's a cute little size. So now I need to get on my computer. Well, see if I have the color felt I want for the ghosts. Get on my computer on my Cricut Design Space and see if I saved those images that I wanted for the cookie. So bear with me just a moment and I will be back. Alright, so I did save the bookmark, or the image, so it's focusing on my finger. So I'm going to use the little ghosty one there, which is really cute. And I did have purple and orange felt, so I am just going to get that cut out. I've got to measure how big I need them first, and then I'll get those cut out and glued on. So I'll be back. Okay, so I'm going to measure how wide my pillow is to see how wide I need to cut the little ghost image here. So looks like I don't want to go clear to the edge. So 5.5 inches is how wide I want the image to be. So the purple is the outline of the ghost. And then the orange, let's see, the orange, I need to figure out how big the mouth of the ghost is going to be. Well, I think it'll automatically size it to the way it needs to be. I am not Cricut savvy by no means, so I'm going to see if I can do this. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to turn my Cricut on. There's some really cute Halloween designs on Cricut Design Space. So cute. Alright, so my Cricut is now attached to my computer. Now I need to adjust my sizing. 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches. That's really cute. Okay, I've got the cut ready to go, so now I need to just add, it looks like it's cutting the orange first. So I need to get the orange felt attached to my mat, which is underneath my Cricut. My desk is a little bit of a mess right now, guys, because I'm making F-bombs. I got F-bomb orders. Sorry, the lighting over here is not that great. I have F-bomb orders that I'm making, so I've got my F-bomb yarn sitting over here. And I'm in a little bit of a tight space over here, so. All right, here we go. All right. Got my orange felt on my cutting mat. I'm going to switch out my blade. I've got the regular blade on there. So I need to switch to my rotary blade, and that is not my rotary blade. I believe my rotary blade is in my desk drawer here. Alright, got my rotary blade. Put my other blade in the case so it doesn't cut anybody. Okay. So in Cricut Design Space, I have to make sure I click on the felt material and edit the tool for the rotary blade. And feed the mat. I'll make sure there's enough room behind the mat, or behind the machine. Always makes me nervous when the cutting thing stays over here for a minute before it starts cutting. Because I had to get a new machine because I always wanted to cut on the right side instead of the left side. So I'm always nervous that it's not going to go over there and it's going to screw up again. Okay. Probably could have used less felt, but the eyes. They're sticking just a smidge. There we go. Okay. That's what the orange part of the ghost is going to look like. Super cute. All right, and I always save my scrap pieces of felt. All right, so we're going to put this off to the side. And I do have my glue gun plugged in already. That way we can go straight into gluing. I need my tweezers. Need my tweezers to get these little pieces off. Okay, go to the purple part now. And let's see. There we go. Cut my purple felt and get it attached to my mat here. Guess I should have made sure that was 6 inches. Well, 5, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. And then we've got to make sure it's 6 inches wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So cut it here. Well, I guess I could just leave that on there. Now what I've always thought, why don't they make these Cricut mats square so you can put them in along the edge so you don't ruin just the top corners of your mats? Why don't they make them to where they're 12 by 12 squares? It's never made sense to me why they don't do that. Okay, so we've got to go this way. All right, guys, bear with me while I make room to do this. Okay. I had to make sure I was still on rotary blade. It's so cool to watch this thing work. All right. Oop. How cool is that? That is so cool. Okay, now I need to glue this on to the machine. Oh yeah, I wanted to cut it. There's actually 3 different colors. There was like a base cream color to it that I'm not cutting out. So I just need to cancel this. Okay, got those pieces done. Get this shut. Oop, I'm gonna shut it off, I guess. Get this pushed back and out of the way. Okay, so now we are ready to glue this onto our little pillow. And I do use just regular felt. I don't use the stiffened felt. I do that because the stiff felt just makes it stiff, you know? It's a pillow, so we want it to be nice and soft. So, okay, I'm going to glue this on. I think that is actually, honestly, pretty dang even here. And then we'll glue the purple parts on, or the eyes on, and then the orange parts on. Let's see if I can position you guys to where you can see me gluing. So give me just a moment here. Okay, so I've got more of a top-down view here for you guys. So I'm going to get to gluing on this, and hopefully I can glue it on straight. All right. I find that doing small parts and sticking it down in small increments is better than doing it in one big piece, because you can control the placement better. And I don't do just like a line of glue. I kind of spread it out a bit. That way when you press it down, it doesn't all ooze out the edges. Try to spread it out with the gun. And I hold the rest down with my finger as I'm going. That way the glued parts are getting some pressure on them as they dry. Alright, so I've got it all glued on, and then I just go around and make sure none of my edges are coming up. And if they are, I'll just go in and add a dab of glue. And yeah, no, my edges are really good. They're nice and attached. So spreading the glue out with the gun on the felt helps with that as well. Okay, so now we're going to add our purple part of the eyes on to our ghost. Get off of there. All right, I kind of want to look at a picture. Make sure I'm putting the orange and purple parts of the eye in the right place. I think the orange goes on top of the purple for the eye, but I want to make sure. Yes, it does. Okay, so we're going to glue on the purple part, and then we'll glue on the orange. This is where tweezers really help. We can put glue on this without burning ourselves. Now for the tiny purple or orange pieces of the eye. Uh-oh, where'd my other orange piece go? Oh no. I lost the other orange part. Oh, there it is. It's so tiny. This will be fun. Okay, there's one eye done. Putting the felt on is taking longer than actually making the pillow itself. But that's okay. I know it's being done correctly and it's not going to look all wonky. Oh, I'm shaking for some reason. I really like it. All right, there is our little Halloween cookie mini pillow. Let me move the camera here for a second. All right, got myself resituated here, and our little Halloween cookie pillow is all done. Look how cute that is. And this design is on Cricut Design Space if you happen to have that and you want to make one of these. It's really easy to cut out with your Cricut. I really like it, and I like the size. I do like this size. Now, I could have went with the smaller one, and it would have been almost cookie size. But I like this size, and I really, really enjoy this. This is so fun. How fun is that? It's not really big enough to be a pillow, but it's just so cute. And honestly, what I could do is put like a little loop on it to hang it, kind of like my vintage cat up here. It's basically made the same way. Yeah, I could put a little loop on that, a chain loop, and it can hang up here next to my cat. I really think I might do that. Look, they're practically the same size. How cool. I know that's a little hard for you to see. It's a little out of frame there. But I can hang it right there next to my cat. Maybe on the other side. No, you guys may not be able to see it over there. Might hang it down here, maybe. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Not on camera, but I will do that, I think. That's so cool. This was by eekandeasel.c. Of course, I will put the link to the pattern down in the description. Eek is E-E-K and easel, E-A-S-E-L.c, all one word, on Instagram. Free Halloween cookie pillow pattern. Really recommend this. This is so cool. Really, really cute. And they have a pumpkin and the black cat you can make as well. But I just had to make the little ghosty. It's so cute. It's so cute. All right. I don't really have anything else to really talk about today. Yesterday, I went to my grandson's soccer game. It was his last soccer game of the season, and they won. They were walked away with being undefeated for the season. They were undefeated last season too, so they did soccer. It's through the YMCA. So he did soccer in the spring of this year. His team was undefeated then too. So this fall, it's different team, different coach, and they were undefeated again this fall. So yeah, very exciting. It was a good game. So the coach to the other team that my grandson's not on, he actually works with my son, and they were talking about the game the night before at work, and my son had said, yeah, I do believe my son's team is undefeated, and the other guy, the coach, says, well, we've lost a couple. So it was funny. Every time our team made a goal, you could see the coach was wearing a hat. He's like, oh no. You know, they always try to teach it's not about winning or losing, blah, blah, blah. But that coach wanted to win. And we think it was because him and my son were talking about their son's teams. So it was really fun to watch. And it was kind of an intense game, honestly. They won by 1 point. So yeah, it was pretty intense little second grade soccer game. It was fun. So yeah, he was very happy. He loves soccer, my grandson does. And to win really makes him happy. So yeah, good day. And then afterwards, my husband and I, we just went to Walmart, got some stuff we needed for the house, and just came home and chillaxed for the evening. I was in bed by 8 o'clock last night because, as I said yesterday, I was up until like 11 o'clock the night before and got up at 5, so I was tired. And my body was yelling at me, say, go lay down. So I went to bed at 8 o'clock last night. But it was a good day. But yeah, that's all that's been going on since my last video. So make sure you guys hit that like button. If you would do this share, copy a link for me. Let's do the ghost emoji with a cookie emoji. How's that sound? A ghost and a cookie emoji if you got to see the final reveal of our very awesome little ghost Halloween cookie pillow today. And if you are new here and not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got 4 more days left of our spooky makes for our 100-day countdown to Halloween. And then after that, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, if you're interested, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And thank you all so much for clicking in and watching today. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.